Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the Marvel Legends movie Ant-Man. And he comes with some kind of unique accessories. First of all, we have what I guess is a flying ant. I don't know my bugs that well, but it looks like an ant with rather large, these things, antennae, I don't know, and golden wings. It's kind of strange. The wings are solid gold and the body's solid black, but it's okay because it comes with a little Ant-Man. And he's super tiny. I'll get the ruler out in a second. Not bad for being such a tiny little figure. He can either sit back here on the thorax, I believe that's what that's called, or you can stick him up here on the head, which I believe is what that's called. So you got a little Ant-Man, so that's kind of cool. And then he also comes with a little yellow jacket, which I think they showed way too much of in the trailer, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. That's kind of cool. And if you balance him just right, he will stand on his own. So also kind of cool. And then they have some actual yellowish black, or not yellowish black, yellow and black and silver paint. So very nice. And he stands just shy of an inch tall. If his legs were straight, he would be an inch. And this guy stands, obviously he's sitting, but about the same. If his legs were straight, he would be about an inch tall. And if you're curious, this guy is about 3 inches long, and that's good enough. So there you go. He's got some unique miniature accessories. If you are interested in collecting this wave of legends, make sure you click that link in the description below. You can pre-order these on Big Bad Toy Store and save yourself the hassle of running around trying to collect them all, because some of these guys are going to fly off the shelves. I don't know if this figure's one of them though. Let's take a look at it. He stands about just shy of 6.5 inches, which puts him at about 16.5 centimeters. And he is, from what I can tell, completely digitally sculpted. There's lots of tiny little details that I really doubt that anybody did by hand, like the pattern, I guess you could call it, paneling in the suit. I don't think anybody did that by hand. So lots of it looks really good, and this figure has such good potential, and then some of that potential is completely squandered. As you can see, there's a fair amount of paint on here, so I'm okay with that. Obviously the more paint the better. Part of the silver parts, like the belt and the gauntlet thingies, have kind of like this black wash going on. The helmet has a lot of that going on, so it looks fine, it looks good. Maybe it's a little heavy in some places, but that's okay. But then the silver parts on the torso, completely silver, and it just looks weird. Not the best. The red parts, not painted very well. We have a couple different tones. These are a little bit bright red, these are duller, this is really dull, this is dull like the chest, and they're just not well done. You can see there's lots of bleeding. The silver's coming through. Obviously the more paint the better, so it still looks better than most legends, especially once it's on the shelf and posed. You won't notice those errors, but it does kind of stand out. You know, I think a clean paint job would make this guy look probably at least 3.25 times better, a good paint job on here, but it definitely looks decent as it is. I haven't watched a bunch of the Ant-Man trailers, so I can't comment on the likeness completely. For instance, like the orange on the belt and the gloves, I'm not sure about that. One thing I am sure about though is that the helmet looks really off, like really off. Let's do a quick comparison to that helmet. Now I know that's the one that has the mouthpiece on it and this one doesn't, but let's just look at the red parts. The red parts don't look right, the eyes don't look right, the nose is completely misaligned. It just looks really weird, and maybe in the movie they're two completely separate helmets, but I don't remember ever seeing one with orange eyes that looks like this. I think they all look like this pretty much, with slightly different mouthpiece. We'll see, I could be completely wrong, but to me this one looks really off. It looks not right at all. Lots of sculpt work going on in there, so that's a good thing, but to me the likeness is not so bueno. And then I don't know, maybe this is me and I haven't like measured out the body proportions yet, but it looks to me like his legs are too small for the rest of his body. And maybe it's the coloring that does it, maybe it's the lack of shape in the legs. They're very tubular, but something looks off about the legs to me also. I don't know. Let's talk articulation. The head is fairly articulated despite having the helmet, and they did a good job because you can't see right up inside, so that's really good. I like the neck joint a lot. Funny thing is though, the neck joint on this guy, I don't know if you can tell, it's not square. You square up the chest, the whole neck is crooked. I don't know if that's on all of them, but this one, it is. It's off by like maybe 5 degrees. It makes the head lean to the side just a little bit. looks a little weird. Shoulder joint, pretty standard, full range of motion, other than that's as high as it goes up, but that's fine by me. So that's good. Shoulders are good. Bicep swivel is good. Double jointed elbows are good. We have a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge, so that's good. Ab crunch, and it goes back. It doesn't really click. It feels like you have to force it, but it goes back and it's painted, so that's good. You can bring it forward a little bit. Looks okay. You know, maybe something that's throwing it off is the belt seems kind of high up on the torso. Looks weird to me. Maybe there's too much lower torso around here in his junk region, and the belt's kind of high. I don't know. Something looks a little bit off. You guys, let me know if you think so too. But it seems odd. Something's not quite right there. I don't know. But we do get the waist twist, and it's not impeded by the belt at all. Legs go all the way forward at the hip to the side, pretty far for the current Legends, so that's pretty good. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee. All the articulation works pretty well. Ankles go down all the way. They still don't go up all the way. We need Hasbro to fix that. I don't know why they won't, but they don't. And then we have the ankle rocker. So for the most part, you know, articulation's good. Technically, the sculpt is good other than the head and the crooked neck. And the paint is mostly good. I mean, it's there, but it's still kind of sloppy. So I feel like if this guy got a repaint, he would look much better. And then maybe, obviously we can't just do reproportioning, but it's not a bad figure. So I think if you guys are like super Ant-Man fans and you really are going to like the movie, you think, pick it up. It's not a bad figure by any means, but for me, I don't have any fondness for Ant-Man, especially the movie version. I don't care for the design of the suit. So this figure, it's like a very middle of the road figure. It has a lot of potential, didn't quite hit that potential, I think. So it's a I don't know type of figure. You're going to have to make that call for yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. His hands are both in this I'm gonna get ya pose. I'm not really sure why. Maybe he does that pose a lot in the movie. I don't know. But they're there. And he's got the buttons on his glove. That one that they show in the one trailer where he presses the button and shrinks, like right here, that one. He's got it on both sides. Neither of them are painted. And I thought it would have been cool if they had one of the poses where his thumb was like over the button, like he's getting ready to shrink down. But instead he's doing the bear impersonation. Or Thriller. I don't know. Hand pose seems a little awkward. But there you have it. Okay, so now we can go with the outro. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.